All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to Adept Packaging's November Learning Share. Today's topic is an interview guide for packaging engineers. I just want to chat about a few quick items before we get started. All of our attendees have had their lines placed on mute. If you wish to ask a question, you can type your question into the chat box at any time throughout today's presentation. Please be sure to send your messages to Adept Packaging host, and we'll read them throughout the presentation. You can also ask a question at the conclusion of the presentation by taking your line off of mute first. We've included a polling function again for this month's presentation, and we'd love to hear your feedback. The poll will run throughout the duration of the presentation today, and we appreciate any and all responses. So we'll go ahead and get started by introducing today's speakers. Today, we welcome Alicia Sine and Jennifer Margarita. Alicia is the recruitment director here at Adept, and she's the second-generation recruiter, having been trained and mentored by some of the best in the business. She brings to our Adept team a deep knowledge of recruiting, along with an experience in growing businesses, as well as an unused degree in zoology. Having a firm belief in the quote, "A candle loses nothing by lighting another," she enjoys helping the Adept talent team continue to grow and prosper. Jennifer Margarita is the corporate recruiting manager here at Adept Packaging. She's spent the last 8 years leading the recruiting efforts at Adept and has helped place hundreds of packaging professionals with leading iconic global brands in the CPG, food and beverage, and life sciences industries. Jennifer possesses a unique background as both an entrepreneur and a degreed packaging engineer. Prior to joining Adept, Jennifer worked in various capacities as part of the packaging groups at Ford Motor Company, the Boeing Company, and Aventis. She holds a Bachelor's of Science in Packaging from Michigan State University and a Master's of Science in Product Development from the University of Detroit Mercy. She's also a member of numerous industry associations. Jennifer welcomes an opportunity to connect with people in the industry and to meet well-rounded packaging professionals who are looking to expand their careers. So now that I've introduced our fabulous speakers, at this time, I'm going to hand it over to Alicia. So welcome, Alicia.
Thank you, Kristen. And thank you all for joining Jennifer and me today. In today's learning share, we're going to address several key points to help you with your interview skills. We're going to talk about common mistakes to avoid, how to answer questions, and give you advice on how to answer tough interview questions. So let's get started. First and foremost, let's talk about some of the most common mistakes we see when interviewing and how to avoid making them yourself. Before the interview, it's important that you spend some time on your employer's website and research the company. Before you even go to the interview, make sure you find out as much as you can about the company. Look at their company website, their LinkedIn profile, and other social media channels they're using. Read about the company, their clients, their products, brands, services. Your goal here isn't just to learn about what they do, but how they see themselves. Understanding a company's culture is important to know what they value, how they work, and how well you fit into it. Next, you want to dig into the job description. The job description usually contains a lot of useful information, and it's very important to spend time going through it line by line and thinking about how your experience and skills are needed to excel at the job. In particular, for each job responsibility or qualification listed, try to come up with concrete examples from your past that you can point to that supports evidence that you'd be great at this job. For example, similar challenges you've faced and how you've tackled them, as well as particular successes that you've had that you can tie back to what it will take to succeed in this role. Finally, you want to practice your About Me overview. This is when you're putting together your answer to the question, think about your top 3 professional strengths and form an overview around those. Include highlights from your previous positions, why you're interested in a new opportunity, and the skills you provide to an employer. As a general rule, this is about 2 minutes long. Don't only think about your professional strengths, but who you are as a person. What values do you hold that make you a strong candidate? And since expertise is so highly valued in the packaging industry, come up with a list of materials, components, processes, and technologies that you've had experience